Fallingwater was built by Frank Lloyd Wright as a getaway home for the Kaufmann family. Fallingwater is in Mill Run, Pennsylvania, near Pittsburgh, the house being finished in 1937. Fallingwater is described as the first modern home, one of the most influential houses in modern architecture. Fallingwater is rooted in one key idea. This idea is known as organic architecture. The architecture of the time focused on humanity's domination over nature and for structures built on top of the land instead of within it. Frank challenged this idea with his building Taliesin West and Fallingwater. Frank described the organic architecture theory as form follows function, and that form and function are one. Before starting the build, Frank knew the relationship between the house and the waterfall. He believed that the house would give the clients a balance between work and nature, as the Kaufmann family were nature buffs, and the house would give nature a human scale.
A sense of space. Nothing is more important, and that is the sense of the new architecture, the space within. That's the new thought that we call organic architecture, and to which I have devoted my life.
Fallingwater uses horizontal, reinforced concrete balconies, which sit above the waterfall with the support of the stone foundations. The stone is locally sourced, letting it blend in with the surrounding rock formation. Above the foundations is the balcony, which uses glazed facade windows that create a continuation between the outside and inside of the house. One of the initial drafting ideas was a fireplace, which sits beside the rocks and the waterfall. Inside the living room is a fireplace with a compact kitchen. The waterfall can be heard throughout the house, combined with the fireplace, creating a relaxing feeling of camping, but with the comfort of an urban home. The house was a combination of 4 basic materials: stone, concrete, steel, and glass. The stone was locally sourced from a quarry and is used mainly in the foundations of the house. This makes it seem that the foundation is not part of the house and instead an extension of the existing rock formation, letting the house blend in with the site. The concrete is much more urban and is supported by the steel. The concrete and steel help the house achieve its rigid geometry. Wright used simple rectangular shapes and stacked them in a complex manner that would mold into the surrounding environment. This gives the building a complementary relationship between the building and the site, a key aspect of organic architecture. Many engineers were doubtful of the viability of the structure, with the foundation not being enough to support the balcony. To support the balcony, Wright implemented a cantilever system, like a diving board. The heavy load of the house supports the balcony. Despite this, the house had many problems and has needed major restoration efforts in 1955 and 1998. The interior also mirrors this design, with the seats having low edges that extend like balconies. The colour scheme was known as charcoal red and was used for both the interior and the exterior. The colour scheme emanates warmness and relaxation. Both the colour scheme and the furniture were chosen by Frank Lloyd Wright and show his fondness for the American Southwest.
The thing is successful, the architect's effort. You can't imagine that house anywhere than right where it is. It's a part of its environment, and it graces its environment rather than disgraces it.
Fallingwater is Frank Lloyd Wright's best example of organic architecture. The environmental themes of the house mirror the client's interest in nature and having a place to relax from his busy work schedule. Both the natural materials and the complex structure of the simple geometry components help achieve the organic theme. The biggest faults in the house lie in the structural components, as the cantilever system wasn't enough to support the house. Frank Lloyd Wright showed he wasn't done with innovating and created one of the most stunning and influential architectural homes.
Of course, Mr. Kaufmann's love for a beautiful site. He loved the site where the house was built, and he liked to listen to the waterfall. So that was a prime motive in the design. I think you can hear the waterfall when you look at the design. At least it's there. And he lives intimately with the thing he loved.